Hello viewers and welcome to News in TV. I am Makanaka Masenya. My story is making the headlines. ZANU-PF label US ambassador a terrorist. MDC Bulawayo demo banned, appeal dismissed. In business, Zimbabwe agricultural show kicks off. In sports, Kaitano Tembo eyes first silverware at Supersport United. Now for the news in detail. The ruling ZANU-PF Youth League has labeled United States Ambassador to Zimbabwe, Brian Nichols, a sponsor of terrorism and urged President Emmerson Mnangagwa to call him to order. The attack on the U.S. envoy comes amid state media reports that Nichols had funded the planned protests by the opposition that were subsequently banned by authorities in Harare and Bulawayo, leading to clashes with police last Friday.
We are very concerned by the behavior of the American ambassador in Zimbabwe. He is meddling in our politics. This ambassador, in our view, is sponsoring these terrorists. This same ambassador is like aiding division, violence caused by MDC.
Nichols condemned what he described as police heavy-handedness in dealing with protesters who stormed the streets of Harare in the aftermath of the ban. The MDC wants to stage nationwide protests over what it calls is the deteriorating economic situation and to push Mnangagwa to agree to dialogue with opposition leader Nelson Chamisa. Mnangagwa has accused Chamisa of intransigence after repeated attempts to get the opposition leader to join the political dialogue that includes all losing candidates to last year's elections failed. The ZANU-PF Youth League also described the MDC a terrorist group planning on collapsing the Zimbabwean economy through demonstrations.
Type of people that we have. People who can say it openly that they want to topple in a democratically elected government. This is nothing else except that we are dealing with a terrorist organization. And the international community, if they really care about the people of Zimbabwe, they should view MDC in that view. They are a terrorist organization.
In Bulawayo, the MDC's planned demonstration was stopped after police issued a prohibition order. The MDC was planning to hold other protests in Gweru on Tuesday, while Masvingo and Mutare were scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday respectively. The MDC approached the High Court challenging the prohibition, but the appeal was dismissed according to Provincial Youth spokesperson Benny Hlwachwayo. Meanwhile, the MDC on Monday claimed 3 of its officials were abducted by suspected state security agents. Bulawayo was in lockdown with police and soldiers deployed following a prohibition order by police banning the opposition party's planned protest that had also been clouded by demands for the release of jailed traditional leader Chief Hlatlayamangwe Ndiweni, who was convicted of malicious damage to property last week. Ndiweni was sentenced to an effective 18 months in prison. President Emmerson Mnangagwa will on Wednesday launch an anti-corruption crusade awareness campaign in Harare. The awareness campaign is the brainchild of the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission and the National Prosecuting Authority, who have closed ranks to push one of Mnangagwa's anti-corruption promises. Mnangagwa dismissed the old Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission board in January and established a fresh team headed by High Court Judge Justice Lois Matandamoyo and 8 new commissioners. The new team has already arrested a cabinet minister in the form of former tourism minister Priska Mfumira, who was fired by Mnangagwa in the process. Mfumira faces several charges of abuse of office related to the National Social Security Authority scandal. A director in Mnangagwa's office, Douglas Tafuma, is also languishing in jail on corruption charges in the courts. The Mugodi Apostolic Faith Church has filed an urgent chamber application seeking to bar cleric Bishop Tadeu Mugodi from appointing his son Washington as his deputy, arguing this would be unlawful. According to the court papers, Mugodi is suffering from a terminal illness and hence is not in a position to make such critical decisions. It is argued that Mugodi had already made decisions that violate the church's constitution. The church is seeking court immediate intervention, saying if not stopped, the appointment will cause serious problems for the apostolic sect. In business, the inaugural Zimbabwe Agricultural Show kicked off Monday, recording an 18% increase space occupation. In a statement, Zimbabwe Agricultural Show Chief Executive Anxious Masuka said more exhibitors are coming on board for this year's edition. Masuka said the show has attracted 381 exhibitors compared to 324 last year, an 18% increase, taking 62,670 square meters compared to 50,740 square meters last year, an increase of 24%. According to Masuka, gate fees have been pegged at $7 for children and $10 for adults. Organizers have also increased the number of gates by 50% in order to reduce queues. The annual exhibition will run from 19 to 24 August under the theme Technology, Innovation, Modernization, Adopt, Accentuate, Accelerate. The Harare Agricultural Show, which ran for 108 years, rebranded to the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show this year. We end with sports. South Africa-based Zimbabwean coach Caetano Tembo has set his sights on winning his first silverware with SuperSport United after leading his side to the semi-finals of the MTN Cup competition on Sunday. SuperSport United date arch rivals and current South African Premiership champions Mamelodi Sundowns in the two-legged semi-finals. Tembo was handed the top job at Matatanta last August after impressing during his stint as interim coach following the departure of South African football legend Eric Tinkler in March last year. Reporting for NewZimbabwe.com, I am Makanaka Masenyama. For this and more stories, visit our website www.newzimbabwe.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, NewzimTV.